I'm Kev. Welcome back to Monster Energy Supercross 2. Has Nando, he's virtually got one hand on the trophy. He's next to it. He's about to grab it. But first, he's got a couple of rounds to go, and he's got a rivalry as well to settle. So, who's he going to go up against? Surely it's got to be number 3. As it is pouring it down, he's got 127.3 to beat. So now he's got to nail every jump. Oh my god, do not go in too high, get. Hope Tom Agosa did this at a 127 as whoa, what the hell? Why we cut there? That was the inside of the course, wasn't it? Already rigged against Nando. It's cool. This is some hard training as well. For an alternate round. I think he's not too knackered. But a final round in Vegas. Cool then. Went to Salt Lake City, remember us. Oh, just about makes the jump. There seems to be better just keep it in third rather than trying to go up to fourth. Just kills those revs. Kills the momentum of the bike. Which could be very important in these set of jumps. So it makes the first one. Oh, makes the second as well. Easy. Oh, that's nice off the lip as well. Into the work section, last part of that. So he won't achieve it on this occasion, but it'll actually be pretty close considering he was told to pick his bike up. Going to be 4 seconds back, 5 seconds back. So remember, got a bit wider now. There you go. That's not good landing. Neither was that. So actually crawling over this first section. Get going. Maybe just keep it in second. That will really keep the revs up then. They'll get easy clears the jump as well. Let's go over the jump. Now the big jump. Oh, easy clears it this time. So it's good to see much more momentum into that section. So he really jumped into the lip there, didn't he? Oh no, Nando! Trying to wheelie. Too busy cleaning his visor, not concentrating where he's going. So he's got one final effort to do this then. Hopefully he is close on this final occasion, as that's good over that room section. I know, it looks like he's actually slow on this attempt. By a couple of seconds. That shows you how much you kill your momentum doing this section poorly, maybe. Come on, bike. Just about over that first section. Over the jump, easy, then flat, just lift slightly, then definitely flat over this jump. Nicely landed, cutting that momentum over this section. It's all. No, Nando! Well, that rivalry's not ended. First look at 125. So did he set that in the dry? Is that why it was impossible for Nando to get that? The 31.8 on that first lap. He had up his best times then from each sector. What, 7.6 of... Okay, he could have been close actually. But still, that rivalry continues. So he is at the press conference then, alongside Muskin and Tamak. Hopefully be alongside them in the main event in Utah. So here goes Nando, revving up on the inside against some couple unfamiliar names for him as he gets underway. For his second heat, getting a whole shot ahead of Blake just about. And Benny, the KTM's there. That's got Cooper Webb. Anderson as well, and this has Vardas. Oh, Nando trying to take the lead around this magnificent circuit here. Jump, speed. All about aggression round here. And that's what Brandon showing as well, taking over second. And here comes Benny to make it 3 wide. Just look at the lead for Blake Baggett. And look at these big burns as well. Burns you can actually use to launch off a corner. Which is pretty nice. For once. That's all. Benny just gets in the way there. And again, just shoves the elbow into Nando. Playing the team game, maybe, or manufacturer game. Open up Blake as well. Nando. Doing fast, they dying young as well for those corners. Down to 4th. It's got Jason behind on his Hasvana. No, it takes away the line from Brandon there. And taking 3rd. Bit high in that burn, no. Oh, the idea you want to land on the tabletop. But still closing up on the KTMs, kind of. There you go, much better over that burn. Showing Brandon the way home as well on the exit. There's still got Cooper Webb in, going through as well on the qualifiers. So goes Nando over the jump, that's much better. And over the next jump, look at that full speed for the crowd. Not full position though, because Benny retains it, so it's been so scrappy. Oh, Benny's down though, and Blake's down as well. Now they're taking over. As he got one of those split corners there, and oh no, poor Nando, he should have had the lead. Instead messes up majorly there. Now Blake back into the lead, head onto the penultimate lap. Bit high in that burn. So Benny down to 5th, got Brandon behind. He's still got the Hasfire and the stalking. It's David Purdy. He started alongside Nando out of there, and Cooper Webb as well down to 11th. There goes Nando rubbing elbows with Blake for the lead. Blake got to run off the corner. Nando got to run into the next corner. Look at that side race over the jump. Oh, crowd loving that. So there's Nando now. Firmly in the lead or not. Here comes Blake with a massive jump out of nowhere. Oh, it slowed down Nando. It slowed down Blake as well. So here comes Jason Hansen. Here comes the golden arrow into 5th. Good Stephen Fowles. Uki running. No, Nando, go. Got a bit too carried away there. Can't afford to do that in the main event. Tertius maybe wants to steal that crown in and just have a good old party in Vegas for the last round. It's Chad Reed sneaking through in 9th, the legend. Let's go off the jump. Onto the final lap here. Good magnificent jump for the crowd. Loses some time to Blake. It's Nando pretty good over that room section. That's much better. Really getting on the KTM, a bit high in the burn though. Oh, and he's done it again. Nando, what are you doing, man? Well, he's going to qualify, but it's a bit of a disappointing result in the end. He should have won this, but he's made a couple of stupid mistakes, and again, right at the end. Didn't even want to be top Suzuki. As Baggett wins by almost 5 seconds ahead of Anderson and Benny in 3rd. And then the golden arrow ahead of Weston and Nando in 6th. Good Suzuki triple there. And Brandon down in 7th, and he also struggled, it seems, as the race went on. And he's the Yamaha, the only Yamaha through. We have the only Honda through of Tyler and Chad Reed sneaking through ahead of David Purdy. Cooper Webb down in 11th. Would have been in the top 5 early on. Austin in 12th. He started alongside Nando. Justin Barsha missing out. Malcolm Stewart as well. So again, some big names in the last chance qualified. Let's see if they make it through to the main event. So here we go then. Just 10 minutes and a couple laps between Nando and maybe a 450 crown as we get underway. Starting alongside Brock. Is that Grant as well as he's battling with Tomek for the whole shot. The Kawasaki gets it but drops back. Nando takes over the lead. Ahead of Brock. Got Weston in second. Oh, Weston trying to take the lead. And his factory maker. Look at his Nando and Tomek together on track. Oh, just battling for the title. Battling for the race victory here as well. It's at the end of the first lap. Then Nando's got the lead then. Before we when it's showtime. Absolutely love this soft surface as well, this soft top. Can ride a bit more naturally Nando, along with the higher speeds as well, loving that. And the big jumps too. It's got Grant in third, backing up Tomac. Got Brock in 4th, and the Legend in 5th. Well, much better than he did in the heats. Chad Reed. Now Jason Anderson is stalemate getting ahead of him. And Tomac down to 5th. Maybe just a burst of speed on the opening lap on the Kawasaki. There's Grant in second now. 2 seconds back. We're at 52.9. Setting the marker down immediately. There's Nando Tomac down to 9th. It's now Justin Brayton in the top 5, and so is Blake Baggett. First off winning that heat. Obviously likes it round there as well, does the KTM. It's Nando over the jumps. 6 seconds in the lead, are you kidding? Is this a dream? Maybe it is now after that section, that was very poor. There you go, cut in half. It was a dream. Well, he's getting that right-hander right. Which he was messing up majorly in the heats. He still does a 53 there as well. It's Cole C into the top 10. On Weston. Cooper in 90. Justin Barsha 80. Alex Ray near the back as well. Which Brandon occupies on his Yamaha. He looks so good in the heats. Not producing in showtime, the main event as well in Nando. Lights on him. Just wants to show off for the crowd a bit too much there, maybe. There's all once again Paul in this rhythm section. Not quite landing the tabletop. But negotiates that section pretty nicely. 4.2 the lead. Chase Anderson challenging for second. And a bit of a gap to Marvin. And Justin. It's got Chad Reed in 6th. Got Tylen in the back as well. On his Honda. But Fernando. At Rarity. In a 450 champ. Getting closer. He's starting to make mistakes like he did in the heats. Or will you keep it together? Not the best rhythm section there. He really drives it high into that burn, doesn't he? He gets away with it. It's Justin Brayton up to 4 there of Muskin now. We know how good he is in the second half of the race. He's alright on the tail of Anderson now for 3rd. But now they're just chipping away, posting 53s. At that opening salvo. Ingleton afterwards. Dean Wilson down there in 17th. Lots of big names struggling. Expected a lot more from them, especially Tomac. Not challenging for the top 5. Disappearing again. It's showtime in Supercross, is he? So there we go. That's a good jump. That's a bit high in the burn. Gets away with it. There's 9 seconds to lead. He's going to be lapping fools, isn't he? As there goes Tomac into the top 5. Did Muskin fall? No. Someone did fall though. Oh, was that Brayton he fell? We saw he had a fag waving. Now with another 53. He's so consistent. I was posting that 52. It's Justin Barsha in last on his Yamaha. Those are words I did not expect to say as we're into the second half of this main event. Rather lonely after that opening salvo. I know Brayton back into the top 5. So was it Tomac he fell? Because Grant still got that lead over Anderson. So I guess it's not him. So going much better. That right hander. Still messing up that rhythm section beforehand horrendously, but got a 10-second lead. He's going to be lapping people soon, isn't he? Another 53. Just when he needs a track to be the play to his preferences, he's got it here. In Salt Lake City, that's a bit wide. Bit close to the signs there. Really just want to show off that he is on a Suzuki, maybe, you know. Forget about the sponsor plugs after the race. Do it during the race. Even better. There's all case in the joint again through there. Getting away with it. Over the jumps. Doing alright in those rhythm sections. 11.4 the lead now. So that's all he needs to do post 53. So he just posted a 54 then. It's Weston down in 30, Chad Reed in 12. Barsha on glass. It's Cole Cunningham's turn to have the wooden spoon. As he approach the final quarter of the race. It's Nick and I. It's one man's race. One man's title. After winning in 250s. There's that traffic you can see to the left hand side. It looks like he has conquered the Supercross world then. Just the same we don't have the Nationals, the outdoors as well. But I can't understand why, because Wright seems to be an absolute horror. There we go, this one says 54 by doing a 52.5. And like what it is with Supercross, which is under the FIM ban, I understand. Along with AMA. So technically a world championship. Supercross. From what I understand. Arenas of the rights and everything. That's all organised. Well, I'm guessing the outdoor stuff is just an American championship, an AMA championship. I understand tracks hold the rights too, and because some tracks don't want to be in this, well, other tracks do, and so yeah, it just fortunately seems like a very messy situation. Try and get an outdoor game going, but at least you've got Supercross, at least you've got MXGP as well coming later this year. I know it looks exactly like MXGP Pro, which was a disappointing game, so not actually sure if I get MXGP 2019 to be honest. As I say, it just looks exactly the same, and I just want something like MXGP 3, which was pretty fun. Like the original Supercross. Like Supercross 2's still fine, still good, it's just not as good as the first one. At least in my eyes. This is that traffic coming as we approach the final couple of laps of the race. with a 17.2 second lead over Anderson. He's taken over second from Grant. Got Muskin in fourth, Brayton in fifth. Cooper Ed's down 14, Weston in 15th. Justin Bosch still in 21st. Dean Wilson down in 19th. Then might lap his arch enemy. Actually, you can see him right in front as he goes over the top. And Jason Anderson dropping down from second. Oh, and Nando pushed into the tough box by that traffic. Oh, here we go. Nando with vengeance on the last lap. This is what we want to see. There's someone down in front. He's been shoved down. It's Barsha. He's been shoved down by that same rider. Is that Cunningham? Come on, Barsha. We'll take him down. You and me together, bud. There's Grant up to second. He got Muskin in third. Tomac back into the top 5. Seen his title chances are raised. Maybe as you go into the final lap here. He's got Benny in the top 10 still. It's on the outside of the Yamaha, so that's one lapped rider down. Now let's go over after the gold. There's Muskin up to second now. Fancying a piece of the action finally. As they're just separated by a few seconds from second to fifth. I think he's going to get away. Nando with a very poor rhythm section yet. He's got away. Won't get his revenge. But he might get himself a title. As Nando wins in Salt Lake City. What a ride. As Nando wins by 20 seconds out of the KTM of Muskin. And then we've got Grant, Anderson, Tomac in fifth. 2.4 seconds behind second, less than a second behind Anderson. Now you've got CD, Brayton down in 7th in the end, ahead of triple of KTM's, Baggett, Trickle and Bloss. And then we've got Freese in 11th on the Honda, ahead of Chad Reed and Cooper Webb, Malcolm Stewart, Weston down in 15th, Golden Arrow in 16th, ahead of Brandon, who worked his way up the order in the end to 17th, ahead of Dean Wilson, X-Ray, Tyler, Carl Cunningham. Having words with you after the race, and Justin Barsha, who was that?
Those three rode the wheels off their machines. We have a tremendous championship fight brewing.
I think it has brewed, old Ralph Shaheen, because Nando is your champion. 29 points ahead after his 6th win of the season. He is your 450 Supercross champion. Has Muskin up to second in the end, ahead of Tomac, but they are just missing out with Grant in 4th, then Anderson, Trickle, Baggett, Brayton, Reed and Barsha rounding out the top 10 with CD in 11th, Wilson, Webb, Freese, Weston round out the top 15 ahead of Bloss, and Stewart up to 17th ahead of Ray and Theodore. Cochran up to 22nd ahead of Henry Miller, Brandon up to 25th, Matthew up to 26th ahead of Logan, as Kawasaki drops down 3 places, Bryce down to 30th, Austin up to 33rd, Todd down to 40th. Still got 3 riders yet to score. Has an outing. Now it's time to celebrate, as his contract with Forest ended. Oh no, I wonder who he will choose for his final race. It is going to be for, after the whole season, remember, he's got a couple of rest days. But first up, his final training session of the season, then a bonus day. So do some promo, and then finally do a media day. Meet the fans before he heads to Vegas for round 17, the last round of the season. He may be a bit drunk or hungover heading into the event, but it sure will try and go out on a high, as well with Supercross 2. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.